Rihanna, whose full name is Robin Rihanna Fenty, wasn't born under the stage lights or amidst roaring applause, but in a small home on the vibrant yet struggling island of Barbados, where life was often more about surviving than dreaming. Her childhood was a delicate balance between witnessing her father's painful battle with drug addiction and navigating the emotional storms that filled their family home. The arguments, the financial struggles, and the heavy cloud of dysfunction weren't just passing shadows. They became part of the air she breathed every single day. While other children played freely, Rihanna carried the unseen weight of worry, of fear, of wondering if life would ever be kind to her. School didn't offer her refuge either. Instead of friendship and laughter, she found herself the target of relentless bullying. Her classmates teased her mercilessly about her skin color, her appearance, her background. Every insult, every cruel word etched itself into her heart, creating scars that words alone couldn't heal. But amidst this darkness, Rihanna held onto a flicker of light, her love for music. Singing became her silent rebellion, her private escape, her hidden weapon against a world that seemed determined to break her. Alone in her room, she would sing to the walls, pouring every ounce of pain, every drop of hope into melodies that only she could hear. She wasn't singing for fame or recognition. She sang because it gave her a sense of freedom, a moment where she wasn't the bullied girl, the worried daughter, or the invisible outsider. She was simply herself, unchained and alive. At the tender age of 15, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity knocked on her door. American music producer Evan Rogers was vacationing in Barbados when he was introduced to the young girl with a voice unlike any he'd heard before. Nervous yet determined, Rihanna auditioned, standing in front of strangers with a voice trembling not from fear, but from raw, untapped power. Rogers saw past the shyness and straight into the soul of a girl whose voice could move the world. That moment of courage, of standing up despite her fear, opened a door she never imagined would open. Soon after, Rihanna left the only home she knew and moved to New York, stepping into the heart of an industry known for chewing people up and spitting them out. The glamour of the city couldn't hide the cold reality of the music world. It was harsh, unforgiving, and filled with people ready to write her off as just another girl chasing an impossible dream. But Rihanna wasn't like the others. When she auditioned for Def Jam Records, Jay-Z, a legend in his own right, was so impressed that he signed her on the spot. Yet, signing a contract didn't mean instant success. The pressure was suffocating, the critics were ruthless, and the expectations were sky-high. She faced endless demands to change her look, her sound, her identity, to fit into a mold that didn't reflect who she truly was. But Rihanna refused to be shaped by anyone else's hands. She fought back in the only way she knew how, by being unapologetically herself. With her breakout hits, she didn't just climb the charts, she shattered them. She blended Caribbean rhythms with pop beats, infused her songs with raw emotion, and brought a fierce, fearless energy to every performance. But even as the world danced to her music, Rihanna faced battles most never saw. She endured heartbreaks that made headlines, personal losses that struck deep, and the relentless pressure of maintaining perfection in a world obsessed with tearing people down. But instead of letting these battles define her, she turned them into fuel. Every setback became a setup for a comeback. Every doubt became a reason to push harder. Her resilience wasn't loud or boastful. It was quiet, relentless, and unstoppable. Beyond music, Rihanna expanded her empire, launching Fenty Beauty and revolutionizing the beauty industry by demanding inclusivity and celebrating diversity. She didn't just sell products. She created a movement, giving a voice to those who had been ignored for too long. She became a billionaire not by chasing wealth, but by chasing a vision of empowerment, authenticity, and boldness. Yet, even with all her success, Rihanna remained grounded, never forgetting the bullied girl from Barbados who started it all. She became a global icon not because life was easy, but because she refused to quit when it was hard. Her story is proof that your circumstances do not define your destiny, that no amount of bullying, hardship, or rejection can stop you if you decide to rise above it. Rihanna's journey is a testament to the power of resilience, a living example that you can be born in the shadows and still rise to shine brighter than the sun. Today, she stands not just as a singer, entrepreneur, or fashion icon, but as a symbol of strength, reminding the world that when you face your fears, own your scars, and refuse to give up, you don't just change your story. You inspire millions to rewrite theirs. Her life teaches us that you don't have to be born with everything to become something extraordinary. You just have to believe when no one else does, fight when everyone else doubts, and rise every time life tries to pull you down. Rihanna didn't escape her past. She transformed it. And that is the heart of every true success story.